Good morning, everybody. So I hope you have coffee. Wind blows. Yeah. Um, and there's a bit of a story behind this one. I did a little tiny bit of research on this, and emulated solutions like this were not very good. They improved, and yes, I both Garth and I use Windows to stream, right? So I am working on that though. I've decided to migrate to back to Linux for my daily driver. Um, Working out how I'm going to do that, what the system's going to look like, what kind of hardware changes I have to make. Um, so that'll be a work in progress for a while. Anyway, so I purchased this in an auction, and it's the 2.0 version of SoftWindows. Insignia was a company that developed emulators for operating systems. But before we get into that, let me show you a bit more about it here. So you can get SoftWindows, various versions of it, on Macintosh Garden. Macintosh Garden is your premier emporium for picking up vintage computer software, including some of my HyperCard games you can download from there. Anyway, so SoftWindows 2.0 was specifically targeted at PowerPC. They ended up abandoning the 68K environment and going with just PowerPC. Performance was a big issue. SoftWindows 1.0 was less than terrific. Yes, you heard Linux, Trina. Anyway, this emulates a 486. So that gives you a bit more of performance boost by doing that. Anyway, go to Macintosh Garden for all of your Macintosh Garden needs. So Insignia Solutions, and there isn't a huge amount of, the company doesn't exist anymore. The IP does, but the company doesn't. So they were a company, they did Unix workstations and PCs and X terminals and network computers and a bunch of stuff. And, they tried to develop cross-platform compatible systems. There was a delay in the release of SoftWindows 2.0, partly because, the company was dealing with a new emulation description language, a rules-based engine that enables much easier transfer between processor types. So, sounds like a pre-compiler. I didn't do a rant before getting to the subject. I'll save the rant for later, Trina. So, anyway, so they did... I had a presence in the US and the UK, and, SoftWindows 1.0 didn't perform very well, but the 2.0 was better, but it also took up 12 megabytes of your Macintosh RAM, so it was quite a memory hog. Yeah, hi Eric Rangel. I wish I could go back. I got married in 1985. Best decision I ever made. And no, my wife doesn't monitor this stream. That was an honest comment. Anyway, so eventually, The company was getting some stiff competition from Connectix with their virtual PC product, and they sold out in 1996 to FWB. Now, I tried to find the company FWB Incorporated. I found FWB, Friends with Benefits. Not the same thing. And various other things. So this software is pretty much defunct. The companies, they had a soft PC product that they were supposed to release, and called RealPC, and apparently it was vaporware. So yeah, they kind of they dropped the ball and decided to focus, according to this article, they decided to focus on disk utility software, hard disk toolkit, RAID toolkit, and other utilities. So there you go. Let's get back to the webcam. So, no real rant today. Yeah, I don't really have anything to rant about today. Maybe I'm just tired. I've been doing a lot of physical therapy lately for, lack of physical activity has caused me to decline just a little bit, and knees are bad, and my hands are arthritic, and, that kind of stuff. The kind of things that happen when you turn 60 plus. Anyway, so I'm trying to focus on the positive a little bit this morning. So be it. So let's talk about what's in the box. Here's the box. And we're going to open it. Now, I did download it from Macintosh Garden in case this doesn't work or I couldn't install it, because I intend to install this. Where's my X-Acto knife? So, let me get my glasses on so I don't stab myself. Okay, looks like we're going to have to open it from the top. See if I can do this and still preserve the plastic. I don't know why I care. There we go. Now, some might say, gee, this is a really nice box set. Why would you even open it? I get things because I want to use them. And this is something I'm going to use. So, besides, we get to see minty fresh discs. There is no mint smell. So what's the first thing we pull out? Technical support services. Very large print. Registration, live phone support, fax back service. Hey, remember fax machines? Technical bulletins, response program, etc. And then you can order technical support guidelines. So that's interesting. Something tells me I can't do that anymore. Open here for huge savings on unbeatable support. Call today and save big. So you can get SoftWindows 2.0 for Power Macintosh. Yeah, already have it, so not sure what that's about. It's a catalog. It's a general thing that goes into all their products, I guess. Get 2 computers in one. SoftWindows 1 for Macintosh. Perfect for the family. SoftWindows 1 for Performa. So apparently they had a Performa release. Was there anything different about it? Different packaging, probably. Run both on PowerPC and 3040 base Performa computers. Includes Macintosh Windows 3.1, MS-DOS 6.2.1. So, sorry about my phone going off there. Breaks speed records with Rapid CD. So there's some CD-ROM performance software in there. CD directory. With CD directory, it's easy to find, manage, and retrieve files from your entire CD-ROM library. So some software for that. Oh, what else? Oh, win $1,000. Register today. I wonder if this offer is still good. I have to read the fine print. Register your software and qualify to win $1,000 or a set of Insignia Solution utility products. Should I send in the card? Anyway, all right. What else we got? Back in the day, when we bought software, you used to get hard copy manuals with software. You also got hard copy of the software on a floppy disk or CD. So this is no different. This is the SoftWindows installation and user's guide. Ooh, look at that artwork. Isn't that nice? Spare no expense. It's all in black and white. Okay. So you got that. My desk is a mess. What is this? Quick start installing software. We're going to use that. What else is in the box? An envelope. They give you a. Oh, it's not it's not stamped, but at least they give you an envelope. Insignia Solutions, Mountain View, California. And last but not least, some discs. So there's 2 packets in here. Discs 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. So I guess they couldn't pack 10 together. So let's see what's going on the chat. What have we got? So to welcome everybody, we've got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Garth Beagle, Trina's Technobabble, Gut Bomb, blah blah blah, a lot of chat. Eric Wrangle, do we have anyone else? Oh, 1-Bit Fever Dreams. Cool. So what are you guys chatting about? Accentuate the positive. Yes. It has a Commodore phone number. A CD. Yeah, CD directory. Yeah, Windows 3.1 Solitaire. There are a lot of systems where they just got rid of them. Hey, nil object, not null object. So, anyway. So we have our quick start directions here. This quick start card describes how to install a default configuration of SoftWindows. Note that you will need about 38 megabytes of free disk space. Thanks to the magic of Blue SCSI, we have that. Insert when install one disk or the installation CD-ROM. So this did not come with the CD-ROM. We're going to open up. Where's my knife? Here's my knife. I did download the CD-ROM, but, you know, there's something to be said for installing from original media, floppy disks. Yeah, it's tedious and it takes longer. That's what you can say about it. But when I first got my my first vintage Mac, I'm not talking about the Plus, the 520C PowerBook, I installed the OS off of, I don't know, what, 15 or 16 floppy disks, just for the experience. So here's our 6 through 10, and our 1 through 5. So insert disk 1. Let's switch the camera over to our computer. And there we go. It loaded the install disk, so this disk is good. Double click the installer icon. Yeah, Microsoft released hard Windows. They only did soft Windows. When the welcome screen appears, click Continue to display the Easy Install dialog box. Get rid of my glasses so I can see what I'm doing, which is counterintuitive, but I actually can focus at 20 inches. Shut it, Trina. And I have astigmatism in one eye, but it's not serious. And I have a pair of reading glasses that corrects that, and I never carry them with me. So click Install, and then follow the installation instructions displayed on the screen. So I don't want it to install on the soft Windows. Well, it's going to do it on Mac HD. That's fine. So we'll install there. Installation on an active startup disk cannot take place while other applications are running. Click Continue. All right. Soft Windows, so we're just going to do the default settings. Hey, Big Bad Biologist, welcome to the channel. It comes pre-packaged with a prepaid version of Windows. They had a contractual agreement with Microsoft to provide it. So you've got all of your Windows licensing already there. So that's kind of neat. Like I said, it emulates a 486. So you have DOS 6 point something and Windows 3.11. Maybe someday I'll try doing a virtual Windows upgrade and just go through all the versions of Windows that it'll take before it gives up the ghost. I think I saw somebody do that once. And you get really weird color schemes from it converting the desktop. So, disk 3. Yes, Bill Gates still got his money. Please think of the poor billionaires and their needs. So, I never, there was quite a long period of time where I did not have a Macintosh computer. I had access to them in college back in the late 80s, and that's when I played with HyperCard initially. I wanted to buy an SE30 when I got out of college, but an SE30 essentially cost what a car would cost me, so I didn't get one. I didn't get my first Macintosh computer until somebody gave me their Plus. And all I could do with it at the time was mess with the discs they happened to have that they gave me with it. Unfortunately, HyperCard was not on there. So it kind of sat and didn't do much. And then I started getting back into it in earnest when I got the 520C. So, now I've got more Macs than you can shake. Well, I guess you could shake a stick at them. There's not that many. When I go to VCF Midwest, I'm going to be selling off a bunch of stuff, and I'll be giving away another Macintosh SE to some lucky person. Okay, so that's disk 4, on to disk 5. So this is the just the relaxing period of time where you just keep feeding it disks. Hey, Mr. K-Mac. Welcome. Good morning. Try installing Windows 10? Nah. So this install should be possible in Mini VMac. Yeah, I suppose it would be. Not the 2.0 version, because this requires Power PC. You could do SoftWindows 1. SoftWindows 1 was not very good. It was slower. It emulated a 286 for one, so you didn't have the kind of performance that you needed for Windows. And when I had a 286, when I worked, I never owned one myself. When I had a 286, we stuck to DOS. My first PC was an 8088 clone with a 10 megabyte hard drive, which was quite large at the time. And then after that, I believe I skipped the 286 and went right to a 386. On that 386, I installed Slackware and had spent 3 days hand editing the X configuration so that I could get my monitor to work with it. So that was a lot of fun. I never got color support working. I ended up just doing black and white. But it worked after a fashion. Then I upgraded the monitor and I was able to get color. Gosh, I think that was an EGA monitor. I don't know, it's quite a long time ago. That same computer I got a CD-ROM 1 single speed drive for and loaded Windows on it, and it took 3 hours to recognize that CD-ROM drive and actually install Windows. I just let it sit there and eventually it would load it after giving up twice. So that was interesting. I had a lot more patience then, I guess. Okay, that Now it's on to disk 9, so we're almost there. So on the Garden, the 2.0 version is a CD. So I didn't see floppy disks, so I'll probably image these. Yeah, nil object, yes. So I'll image these floppies and put them on the Garden. I do not have a book scanner, but I will digitize the manual. It's going to take a while. The manual is actually pretty thick on this, but I'll work on doing it. I don't mind folding it back to get a scan. That's not an issue for me. No promises as to when. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it wants disk 1 again. Why do you want disk 1? Preparing to build the Windows data files. So it didn't want disk 10. Oh, that's a tutorial disk. Okay. So this thing has to do a second pass on disk 1. That's interesting. So I wonder how many people have modified the finger counting icon so that it just flips the bird. Okay, setting preferences. They recommend just hitting OK, so we'll do that. We'll take a quick look at it. Application memory setup. So fast, use 2 megabytes of RAM. For the cache, 7 megabytes for the operating system. For PC extended memory. Desktop size, small, medium, other. Should we go with the default, or let's go to the medium 800 by 600. That'll be a little easier to see. So I'm going to deviate from their recommendation here. Let's hit OK. The installer script is on disk 1, so it has to read it to continue. Okay. All right, name, company, all that. Trina, watching Eric install SoftWindows reminds me people should watch my stream of me installing Windows starting at 2:15 p.m. EDT today. Yes, please watch Trina's stream. I believe Big Bad Biologist is also streaming at noon. Caffeinated now. Trina, are your Windows hard window as the counterpart of Eric's soft Windows? Yes, they are hard. Okay. Enough said about that. Okay, flip the card over. Finally, this dialog box appears, allowing you to personalize your copy of SoftWindows. Okay. I'm not going to put a company in. Serial number. Okay, where do I get the serial number? Enter the serial number from the front of the first installation disk or the back of the installation CD-ROM jacket. Okay, well that requires me to pull out disk 1, so I have to eject it, which I can't do. So this is a problem with these instructions. Click limited time demonstration to emulate for a limited period. Note that if you install a demo copy, sessions limited to 20 minutes, when you're sure the information correctly. So, dang it. This is annoying. So I guess this is a good point. You should read the instructions all the way through before you begin the installation. How annoying. And I know better, and I still didn't do it. You know, the first instruction should be write down the stuff. So I guess I'm going to do later. Hopefully you don't have to reinstall to insert the serial number. Nice advertisement. Okay, now it's installing Windows onto the hard drive. Well, DOS and Windows. This is so exciting. Yeah, I could have ejected the disk with a paper clip, but that's okay. We'll just do this. I can fix it later. There's probably a way to register. Well, let's check the manual and see if there's a way to enter your registration, your serial number. Well, there's nothing under serial number. Registering using a modem, using a printer. Page 11. In the US or Canada, you can use the, let's see, installation successful. If you're finished, leave the installer. If you wish to do an additional installation. Okay, so we're done. So let's eject. And yes, there is a serial number on the front. All right. Where did it put it on my desktop? Doesn't look like it did. Soft Windows 2. Registration, README, Soft Windows. So let's create an alias. Make an alias for it. We'll throw it on the desktop. Yeah, I should probably try calling the number. See if I can get through. Oh, okay. So it does give you an opportunity to register it here. So I guess somebody figured that out. 2500 Nobody share my serial number. they require company? Yep, they do. Register now. No. Oh yeah, let's try the online registration. Turn on your modem now. Grand Poo Ba. What industry am I in? I'm a software developer. Let's do that. Address 123 Main Street, City, any town, Michigan. Some random zip code in Michigan. 827. Country. I know. America! Exclamation point. Phone. 555-555-5555. Fax. No fax. Email. Let's just leave that blank. Next. Name up to 3 DOS window applications you plan to use. DOS. Windows. More Windows. Which of the following do you use? I use CD-ROM and I use Unix. Which of the following networks do you use? TCP/IP. How did you purchase? Auction. Dealer, catalog, came with computer, college, direct, unknown. How many Macs are located on your site? 11 to 25. How much do you spend on? How much do I spend on it? Under $1,000. Done. Include system information. Sure. Send. Oh, it'll only do it by modem. It didn't know about TCP/IP. Find it for me. Oh. Okay. I wonder what it's trying to do. Who knows? Did it register the software or did it not? We will never know. Put FujiNet on in that Mac. How many Macs at Mac 84's site? Unknown. How many working Macs are there? Unknown. How many Quadra 840 AVs working are there? Less than 1, but more than 0. Okay, so we got Windows, or rather DOS. We got a DOS prompt. Type win and press return. Ta-da! So we have Windows. Let's open the print manager. Several printers. It's been a while since I've used Windows. This version anyway. Got a DOS prompt. You got your Windows setup. You have to click twice to close anything. Okay, we have to play solitaire. What should I do? Well, those 3 can come over here. Anyway, so that works. It performs okay. This is pretty speedy, actually. Applications. We have the DOS editor and Quick Basic. Let's fire up Quick Basic. Press Enter to see the survival guide. Escape to clear the box. Escape. Escape key worked. 10. Print. Butts. 20. Go to 10. Run. Oh. How do I hit run? Is it Command R? No. How does one do this? Option? Option run. Start. There we go. There's also a gorilla game. Command C. Option C? Control C. No. How do I stop the program? Escape. Control escape. End task. Okay. No, it's still running. Help! I've forgotten how to do this. I don't know if I ever knew how to do this. In DOS, it would be Control C. Is there a break key on a Macintosh keyboard? I don't think so. Control escape didn't work. Yeah, see, Control C should end this. Well, there is one way to do this. Reset SoftWindows. Reset. There we go. Alt F4, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if I borked Windows. Nope, still there. Alright. I should have dragged out some of my old DOS games to install on it. I want to close that. So there's a smart copy feature. Apparently this lets you use the clipboard between your Mac. So you think QBasic Gorilla's there? So we could go to the DOS prompt. Oh, here it is. All right. Nope, that just started that up, so it must be in a different directory. Open. Can you do anything with a mouse? No. Look for a basic directory. Well, there's no subdirectories under DOS. Insignia. Soft mode. Look in DOS. I looked in DOS. Bass. Oops. Oh, you can't up arrow. Yeah, there's no basic files. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, apparently it didn't come with it. Well, that's sad. What is it? Tree? There we go. Tree. Is it pipe more? Yeah, okay. So you got different network stuff. No, apparently we don't have it. Ah, that's sad. I'll have to download it and see if you can get it. I'm sure you can get gorilla.bass somewhere. Let's see, edit is available. I used to do C programming in DOS. Mostly using Turbo C and then Microsoft C towards the end. So Borland Turbo C was considered the best C IDE at the time. So we do. Let's create a little basic program. 10 print Eric's edge. Now let's do something a little different. 10 for I equals 1 to 10. 20 print Eric's edge. 30 next. I think it's end. So we can save this. Save as foo.bass. Exit. Is there a editor run? Okay. Okay, there you go. There is a basic version of Liza for the IBM PC. Yes, there is. Yeah, I really enjoyed DOS. I enjoyed Unix more. DOS was severely limited as far as RAM goes and stuff. I was always bumping into the limits there. You know, you had to do dynamic linking or chain your programs together, weird stuff like that. So I wrote the first program I wrote out of college was a food costing application for one of the major pizza chains. And the idea behind it was they had primitive registers that didn't have enough PLU codes to be able to record toppings and things like that. So you would take a sample of receipts, orders, and hand enter the numbers for that and use that as a prediction of what your actual inventory would be based on the sales. So this program had to allow someone to key in very quickly. And when I wrote I had to write a user interface library. They wouldn't let me spend $500 to buy one. I also had to write my own record management system. So it was a crude flat file database management system using, yes, it was Pizza, literally. A database management system using structures in DOS and dumping memory for arrays of those structures into, was it a linked list structure I did with dynamic allocation? I think it was. Anyway, you dump those to a file, and to load the database, you would read those back into memory and then use that structure to manipulate the database and then write it back out when you were done. It was really weird, but they wouldn't let me buy. I think Btrieve was available. They wouldn't let me buy that. They're like, no, we're already paying for you. Why would we make a capital expense to buy software? So I wrote the user interface library from scratch. I had a templating thing because I had worked with DBase 3 in college a little bit. It's not pizza literally. That's one of the taglines of the character for the particular franchise that do I have one of those around? Hang on a second. See if I can find it. Let's switch screens too. Why does this thing do this? I hate this tablet. It constantly saves the screen even though it's plugged in. So switch to the webcam. I think I've got one in here. Ah, nope, that's not it. Sorry. Apologize for the rifling noises through the desk. Might not be in this desk. Might be in a different drawer. Okay, one last place to look. Oh. Aha! So, this was a promotional item from the time period. And I've got several of these in the original bag. So, yes, I worked for this company. Anyway, so we had this food costing program, and they had one of the data entry clerks that worked on the System 36 system that they had. They were keeping that alive by buying junk ones. Anyway, because they didn't want to spend the money on an AS400. One of the people from data entry came over to test my program out, and I mashed on the keyboard as fast as I could to test it myself. This person was faster at entering real data than I could just mashing the keys. Amazing speed, and I was lucky my program kept up with them. So I'd done a decent job on it. I also had to use int21, or is it int20? Interrupt 21, I think, is the one where you could do primitive multitasking in DOS. So terminate and stay resident programs would use it, like desk, what was that program? Anyway, it doesn't matter. And I used it so that you could continue doing stuff in the program while it was printing reports, because the reports would take quite a while to run. And my boss, who loved Unix and hated DOS, but still we had to go that route because of the price for the computers and the software. Anyway, absolutely hated what I had created, because you had a 1 through 10 setting for how much time you would give to printing versus how much time to the user interface, and none of the settings were perfect. It would either go, like print a line and then interrupt, so you could do desk entry or part of a line. So when it printed on the dot matrix printer, desk view, it would go beep beep beep, just little bits while you were trying to type and use the program. Or you could give it 90% of it would go to the printer, but then the user interface was too slow, so they made me pull that out of the code. What else? I worked there for 2 years, and because that was like everybody told you have to, first job, be there for 2 years so you can establish that you're not a job hopper. And I gave notice, and we'd gone through a transition of, the project was dying, a long story, and I didn't have anything to do. They didn't want me doing anything because I was leaving. Project was dying anyway, so I spent 2 weeks writing a interpreted basic language for the program that would be a report writer, so that you could type in this, for I equals 1 to number of rows kind of a thing, and have it print out columns, tabs separated and stuff like that for a report engine for it. So that was a really fun first job program kind of a thing, because they wouldn't spend money and I had to reinvent the wheel, and I actually got to reinvent the wheel. Kind of a nice first job out of college. It was downhill from there. So anyway, that was it. So we got Windows successfully emulated on here. Don't really have anything else to install on it. I'll probably play around with it on another stream. Maybe I'll try upgrading it as far as I can or something. But so we've got a nice clean box set of this software. And I will scan the materials and upload it to the garden, so it's all there. Since they didn't have the manual or anything uploaded there, just the software. I'll image the disk so that there's a floppy disk version of it. Let's get these disks back in here. And that's pretty much it for today. So no rant today. I do want to thank everybody for showing up, and I apologize to Trina for there not being any hardware today, unless you consider floppy disks to be hardware. What else? Oh, I'm on the usuals, Discord, and bitbang.social for Mastodon, and you can find me on YouTube, obviously. As far as patronage and stuff, I do have a Patreon. I also have a coffee, and there is actually I'm doing a fundraiser for the Beard Growth Fund. It's really just a tongue-in-cheek thing, just a joke. Contribute or not, doesn't matter. The Discord Discord. The Patreon money goes towards other creators, and anything that I get in the Beard Growth Fund goes to hair care products. No, I'm kidding. Goes into getting to VCF Midwest and buying computers and, things like this software, stuff like that. So contribute if you want to. Please hit the like button whether you like the content or not. Hit the hit the you don't like it button, whatever that is. And also subscribe and ring the bell and all that kind of nonsense if you'd care to. Next week will probably be more HyperCard programming, Trina. I'm working on I did a stream a little while ago on a simple database management system in HyperCard. I've been programming an adventure game that's mostly text-based, and I'm struggling with the map editor right now. So there'll be a live stream on the map editor. But one of the things that I'm really frustrated with now is the simple flat file database management code that I wrote. I really want to do select statements and make it more like SQL. But a little different, like the where clause. I want that to leverage not classic SQL syntax, but to leverage HyperTalk and be able to execute expressions using HyperTalk with the values and variables inside the table. So the where clause syntax is going to be a little different. It'll be mostly the same as SQL, but not. So I call it SQL-like, which is kind of a play on SQLite. And I'm going to spend a few cycles on that instead of just the game. I am kind of rushing to get things done for VCF Midwest in September. I want a demo version of the game ready for people to play then. So it'll be at the desk. If I can get a table. If not, and you go to VCF Midwest, hit me up, I'll give you a disc or something. But yeah, SQL-like. So more to come on that. Eventually I'll get to some hardware, Trina. I do have a stash of more computers. I need to see if they're working so I can sell them off at VCF Midwest. Yeah. There'll be a giveaway at VCF Midwest for a Macintosh SE. That I've done that each year now, and I want to continue doing it. So, okay, thanks everybody for joining, and I will see you next Saturday unless something happens and I can't. So you'll find out then. Bye. Oh yeah, where's the button? Oh, there's the button. Okay. Music coming. Where is it?